All right, that's the lower steering head or neck bearing pressed in place. The GSXR front end needs to be notched in order for this steering stabilizer to fit. Did I say subframe? I meant lower triple. So I stuck this in the freezer for a little bit. You can see the ice crystals on it and here. And that makes pushing the bearing on a lot easier because the shaft contracts because physics and reasons. And I used the race that I cut and split with a chisel, which is, in my opinion, the best way to get old races off. So it was sitting on the neck like this. I put the new seal, new bearing, slid it on halfway, and I dropped this guy on here so that I was just hitting the inner race, which is where you need the forces to go, not into the cage or the rollers. So please never abuse your rollers. And then, simply enough, since it is cracked, since I cut this guy down and cracked it, it doesn't have the press fit tolerance, and it'll just slide right onto the shaft, becoming a tool for the end result. So the old bearings, the old races are always something to maybe keep a hold of, at least till the job is done, because they are tools in and of themselves. So okay, so speaking of tools, I'll show you the tool that I made to make this job way easier. So seal, bearing, old bearing race, and then I played around at the hardware store and found this setup that fits nicely over the stem and isn't too big, and it's nice and flat. So it's a coupler, some 1.5 or 2 inch. I'll show you the receipt here in a little bit, and then an end cap just so I got something to smack with the hammer. And when the neck was super cold right out of the freezer, I just dropped it on, gave it like 2 whacks with a dead blow that has either sand or lead shot in it, so that when you hit it, all of the forces get transferred into the blow and it doesn't bounce or anything stupid. And it worked great, didn't even leave a scratch on the PVC. So there's my bearing installer tool for this part of the job. Wham! So now I got to pack this bearing, and then I'll be ready for the next part. Thanks for watching.